It's R&B, soul, classics, maybe even some gospel. And if you don't know that,
I'll hold y'all down with this. R&B, classics, rap. Stay with me now. Reggae, dancehall, soca for all the Caribbean people out there, because it's not just in America. You see it. In Canada, same thing. All right. When it comes to America and Canada, Canada is right there, so. All right. Reggae is a big one in the morning. All right. Yeah, Bob Marley and people them. Oh yeah, Super Cat. All the reggae classics you hear. You understand? When you wake up and you hear Perez. Big reggae classics y'all remember. Stop. Listen, I'm right there with y'all, bro. I don't know how many more times I got to explain it. We right there with you. Yo, right here. Right here in the small box. Man, I had to switch up the lights real quick because apparently Deleted dropped about an hour ago, and you think I'm going to let that breeze by? No. Real quick, because this whole Jack Harlow and him saying, like, he got blacker to really dive into his album. Is this not the harsh reality of monoculture? Isn't this the negative side to monoculture? Isn't this the con in pros and cons when it comes to looking at this thing that they created? This is not our creation. I'm asking because I just want a better understanding of this, because I'm trying to wrap my head around it, and it just does not make any kind of sense to me whatsoever. Why are we? Let me take that back, because it's not about why are we. It's more about how could we? How could we have seen this? Jack Harlow is not a top tier artist. He is a D tier artist, if not F tier artist. He is not one of them ones at all. He is an industry plant that has given his blessings. I don't care about his previous projects because they're trash until they put money into it, right? We wouldn't know about Jack Harlow unless we heard the song was popping. Am I right? He wouldn't have been a household name for a little bit if it wasn't for what's popping. Let's go ahead and make that clear right now. The label push on that song and then having all those S tier rappers on that remix, naming Tory Lanez and Lil Wayne, of all people, with Jack Harlow off rip. Yeah, nah. Off rip, mind you. The What's Poppin' remix. They didn't even try to make a new song. They said, let's roll with what works. And they continue that wave. It's not working. Your product has failed you because you fail to understand that your product is childish. Your product is childish on late ways that you didn't even bother or comprehend. That's what happened at the label. That's why we are here. Isn't this interesting how these constant reminders that are thrown at the culture, that just goes to show you how it's not easy to defend the culture. It's not easy to defend this. You got to defend this on all fronts. Okay? It's not an easy war. It's not straightforward. All right? There are numerous sides to this thing called the culture. And you got to understand, every side must be protected if you want this thing to be solid. But looking at this Jack Harlow situation, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, this is what happens when he just like, not all fronts are protected. Because this was allowed to happen. Look at the platform he sat on. That's not a black platform. All right? And of course, they pushed it to make it go viral. Jack Harlow has some sort of fandom. I don't really know what kind of new music they're listening to because he hasn't really been dropping music like that at all, if I'm going to be super honest with you. And then this switch up with this whole Monica album, this is going to really cripple his fan base because majority of his fan base don't even listen to that kind of music. It's as if you're trying to force something that would have never worked, but you thought this was a great idea. Because by doing this, and mind you, this is rage bait, they're rage baiting Black Twitter into roasting you to get revenue. Remember what I was talking about with all fronts? And how all fronts must be protected? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel. Let's go ahead and lock in and get started with this one. We got Deleted in front of us. Let's have some fun. See, I switched up the lights in here because you know what? I'm not really a super big fan of purple, but I can respect it. So that's why we got some on the wall right here. So look, let's go ahead and get started and lock in, and then we're going to get started with this video, all right? Let's make it happen. Yo, you, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex My Reactions, only on the Flex My Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to his channel. Deleted is probably going to ether Jackharlow. And you know we got to tap in because this is the right one. All right? So let's not waste no more time because y'all know I like to talk, all right? Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Let's go ahead and lock in. And make sure y'all hit that hype button, bruh. Make sure y'all hit that hype button. I need that. All right, let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's go.
I like my girl next.
See, that's that weirdo wish I'm talking about, man.
This dude really thought he unlocked blackness because his curls started cooperating. Relax. You are not suddenly one of us because your hair said boing. It don't work that way. Hey, Jackarlow's like a Labubu dog, but now he a Malibu. He's a Malibu.
Shrink, shrink, blinkety blink.
Oh my God.
Try to make me think. Want to go to my sink and vomit. Clean it up with Common. Earth is my planet.
He's just another Malibu.
Earth is my planet. Yo, bro, what are you doing?
Clean it up with Common. Earth is my planet.
He's just another Malibu's most wanted, so he's a Malibu. Walking around like he's just accepted into the culture because he wants to be. Man,
This man wants to be on the set of Raising Kanan so bad. The nerve of you to walk around just...
he's a Malibu.
Like,
Walking
the
around.
nerve of you to walk around like this. Like, you trying to look like Omar Epps. Like, what are you doing? Man, this look, it doesn't fit you. You out here trying to look like Starvin' Marvin. Bro, you are not that guy. You gonna have all this fit with no gold chains. Bro, what do you do? Yo, you liar. You're a fraud.
Like he's just accepted into the culture because he wants to be. Man, I'm tired of these Malibu variants. These little cosplay characters that pop up,
Oh my
learn a
God.
couple of lyrics and think they got it all figured out. No, you don't. You don't love the culture. You're fascinated and got a fetish with it. You're oddly obsessed. Because if you didn't, you would actually respect it. And because you don't respect it, that's how I know you got a fetish. You wouldn't be out here saying dumb shit like I got blacker. What kind of shit is
John saying you didn't retreat into a whiter genre. In fact, you arguably went deeper into.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
Oh,
That's not appreciation, that's appropriation.
not cool.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
It sounds like your brain tried to form a thought and gave up halfway through. Like, what are we even talking about? You don't see.
I'm not over that. I got black. What are you talking about?
Us as people, you see us as a vibe, you see us as a look, and you see us as a cheat code, something you can step into, something you can benefit from, and something you can step out of whenever it gets uncomfortable or whenever you feel like being white again. Over here thinking we gonna believe that you for real neo soul now. You look like you don't even wash your chicken. What does that have to do with it? Believe me, it has everything to do with it. I'm convinced that Jackharlow thinks he's black passing. Black passing, honestly, is not even a thing. It's not a thing at all. I mean, history confirms that. There was never a social advantage to pass as black. However, the many Jackharlows that we have in the world, I feel like they're trying to make it a thing. Nah, sir, what you're doing is black fishing. You're really thinking he black passing just because his hair got a little bounce to it. He think he black passing. He said, bruh, my curls came in. And he thought he unlocked a whole new identity. Over here wearing nude colors and shit, trying to pop out the brown he think he got. No.
This man out here trying to claim earth tones. If you don't stop it, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Bro, your skin is the same color as cornmeal porridge. If you don't leave my sight, come on, I got black. I'm not done with you. You understand? I am not done with you. You suck. For a lack of a better word, bro. Your Monica album was horrible. There's no takeaways. Mind you, no singles. You need a man, don't get me started.
He act like texture equals transformation. It don't.
It's not great for the curls. I was joking about this earlier, but like your curls are flattened out. Like what's in the curl? What's your curl?
You're losing your swag.
What? Yo, no. Y'all hearing this? Bro, what do y'all know about curls? What do you know about curls, bro? Like, what are you haunted? No. Cause you, sir, you know nothing. It didn't come like that. That's not how they grow. That's not how it works. Oh my God.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to.
He saw one curl and said, "Yeah, I'm on now." You're not. You're not on.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
I don't get some of y'all, man. I really don't, because some of y'all could be so insufferable, and I'm being generous when I say some. It's like 97%. But the rest of y'all, every time we think, okay, this one might be cool, you start getting comfortable, and then boom, you show your whole personality, your whole identity.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
He think he John B. You're not John B. You'll never be John B, because John B never tried to be anything.
Girl, I just wanna love you,
That boy had natural soul. He wasn't forcing it. He wasn't out here doing cultural cosplay. He wasn't trying to convince the room he belonged. He just existed in it.
You see how he just accepted his regular hair? You see what I'm saying? A little crooked, but you see how he just accepted his regular hair, and he ain't doing nothing extra, all right? And see, yes, this was the goatee back in the day, all right? Your goatee looked like a car symbol, but you know, it's cool. It's cool that I didn't see nothing extra with him. He was just doing what he wanted to do with himself. See, that's what I'm talking about, bruh. Jackharlow don't know what to do with himself. That's why he trying to find himself. He trying to find himself in an era he don't even belong in. The heck, they put him, what's that basketball movie they put him in? Bro, they put him in that one role of the basketball movie talking about, man, you know I like y'all, bro. Like, no! Stay in your lane.
And that's the difference. You the Timu John B. Not even the Timu John B. You fucking knockoff. You're a knockoff. You're not even the clone of John B. You're the Bow system.
Who put this together?
And then look at him tilting the hat to the side. What are you doing? Who told you this was gonna work? You thought a turtleneck and some neutral tones is gonna activate something. No. I don't know if y'all been on Twitter, but they cooking the fuck out of him. Dragging him for not even recognizing classic R&B records in that interview with Ebro.
Yeah.
Are these more white classics?
No, these are black.
What?
This is just black. Oh
Okay.
no, this is essential culture.
You make me happy.
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
This is what happens when you step over on this side. You better come prepared. You understand? You better come prepared. Now watch this, because they're gonna try to rectify their mistakes. Like, oh, maybe we should know these things. Oh, maybe they should study this. Damn. Somebody take notes. We gotta remember these if they have questions. You know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna try to command an interview and say, play these songs. He'll know them. Oh, bro.
They smacked the verses. Who is it, damn it?
Woo!
Who is it?
Maxwell.
Oh, Aaliyah?
You cannot put yourself in the culture and not know the foundation, dude. It just don't work that way. And they are dragging him. Why the fuck is he dressed like musiqsoulchild? Nigga think he Anthony Hamilton. Like, what the fuck going on? Luther Clandross, the gentrification of Clinton Hill,
Jesus.
A Tribe Called Clan. Somebody said musiqsoulchild, turned him into a full meme. He thought he was Alicia Keys. And the part that kills me is just, why not be yourself?
Right.
Why is that so hard? Why you gotta do all this?
I got
Because yourself is not interesting. That means, Jackharlow, guess what? You were supposed to fade out. You were supposed to be that guy that was here for a moment. You cannot capture longevity. But because of what you were trying to force, this is the result of it. The pack-outfication of your child. Man, don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started because I'm trying to keep it right around here. You know what I'm saying?
Blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
What that mean, nigga?
Man, when I first heard that, I wanted to throw my phone at him. Not because it was edgy, not because it was controversial, more so because it was unbelievably tone deaf. It sounded like a parody. Like you did that on purpose. There's no way.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
What do you mean? What the fuck?
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
What the fuck do you mean got blacker? What does that mean to you? He act like he unlocked a new DLC pack, an iOS update for blackness. He act like our culture comes with a character customization slider. Jack Harlow talking about I got blacker.
This man looked like he picked up one magazine issue of Ebony magazine talking about I understand it now. No!
Or like black culture is a Fortnite skin you could just unlock after 100 XP. Like he downloaded it from an app store. Some artists don't study the culture, they study the aesthetic. And look, this isn't even about hating Jack Harlow personally. He seems like a chill dude. Nice guy, smiles a lot.
Whoop de doo.
Nah, fuck that. I'm hating. I am hating. Fuck that. Fuck you. Wonder Buns, soggy ass bread.
Get 'em.
I heard one D'Angelo song head ass.
Get 'em.
You urban outfitters looking at.
Get 'em.
Starbucks poetry night.
Get 'em.
Art school ass rapper. You look like a middle school ass substitute teacher.
Get 'em.
Want to look cool and relatable to the students.
Get 'em.
He is no different than I swear I grew up on this.
Get 'em.
I used to freestyle in college.
Get 'em.
I have plenty of black friends.
Get 'em.
He's that one guy that's in every movie looking lost. That lost guy that ends up getting a black friend and immersed with black people and he starts to, I guess, be down with no rhythm. At this point, it seems like every time somebody from outside that comes from over there gets deep into hip hop long enough, eventually they show their whole crystal clear, translucent, bright ass. The whole crack. Every time. It's like clockwork. They always say the same tone deaf, dumb statement and then act shocked when people call it out. And the latest one is I got blacker.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
What the hell does that mean? What are you measuring? What metric are we using here? Because saying you feel blacker is probably the most non-black thing you could possibly say out loud. That sentence alone just told everybody in the room you don't actually understand the culture at all. I mean, how complicated could it really be? I don't understand. I don't get it. Our blackness is not a video game achievement. It's not a stat to chase. And every few years, somebody pops up thinking that they cracked the code. And then suddenly we're supposed to pretend this isn't the most awkward sentence ever spoken in a hip hop interview.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
This Malibu looking motherfucker, he really had the audacity to name the album Monica. Why are you being so on the no stereotypical?
An idea?
I just have always loved that name. I think that name is so pretty. I've always liked it. It's just like how I feel about the name Adrian for a man. I love the name Adrian.
For a man.
Well, it can be for both.
Sure.
But I'm saying I love when I meet a man named Adrian.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
I hate this motherfucker. What the? So you really mocking us, piece of shit? What the hell is going on? It feels like you trying to press a.
What does all that even mean? That doesn't even make any sense. Like you just sound stupid.
A button on purpose, like, yeah, this is gonna bring black women in. He watched Love and Basketball too many damn times. He thought naming it Monica is some kind of summoning spell or something. He know black women love Love and Basketball. That's like a cultural staple. So he felt like
No. A lot of the black men, we love Love and Basketball. But women, especially women today, man, they ain't watching that shit.
like he was doing something with the name Monica. He was like, yeah, man, they gonna feel this one. He felt like he was gonna feel seen. They were gonna press play immediately. No, that's weird. That's forced. That's not how it works. Malibu head ass. Flip it the other way around. Imagine a black artist makes a techno album or something and name it Heather or Becky or Susanna. Yeah, that's exactly how it looks. But let me say I got the juice though. Let me say that I'm more juicier. I don't know if I'm making sense. I can't even say it. I say some shit like that, I'm gonna be labeled crazy. Let me say something like that and watch the whole world have outrage, including the black community, which is crazy to me. I don't understand that shit. And I ain't saying he's Jewish. He's not. That's not even the point. Some people out there are so slow, they're not gonna understand no, that's not what I'm saying. You know, they got selective outrage and selective hearing and all that. Typing away right now as we speak. Ask me if I care. for? Ask me, because suddenly everybody's a detective, everybody's offended, and everybody got morals until it's time to keep that same energy.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
Then it's crickets. Where's the dramatic think pieces? Where's the people ready to flip tables and shut bank accounts down? Because when the outrage is convenient, y'all move like the Avengers. Only a portion of the black community is tripping off of it. Everybody else don't give a flying fuck. Suddenly everybody act like they don't really care. Not as much as when you say the other shit though. Could you guys just let the meat breathe? Like hop off the meat. Hop off of it. Y'all always gargling black meat. And I'm not gonna even put pause there. You guys are always gargling us. Get off of our tip. Why are you guys on us so much? I just don't get it. Seriously, this is getting out of hand.
Like that
Stop
big
gargling it. We don't want it. Stop. Move. No means no. Stop it.
Stop it.
You saying you feel blacker just outed yourself immediately. That's the moment everybody in the room realize, oh, you're that guy.
I'm that white guy. I'm that white guy. I'm that white guy. Because I'm white, 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 because I'm white. I'm that white guy.
The one who studied the aesthetic instead of the culture. And for some reason feels entitled to it. They got a fetish. It's like a weird fetish. If you don't take your Andy Milonakis looking at Andy Griffith in the face at, even if you thought it was a compliment, there's no such thing of being blacker. That's not immersion. Nah, what you're doing is cosplaying. And the second you said that, you turned yourself into exactly what people criticize in hip hop all the time. A Wonder Bread rapper trying to sound culturally seasoned. And the worst part, you thought that line was gonna make you sound cool. You thought you looked cool, didn't you? He was like, hey, watch this, I'm one of them. No, it made you look exactly what we already knew. A soggy ass Wonder Bun.
Because I'm white, 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 because I'm white.
Matter of fact, where my old intro at? Because when y'all hear this intro, you guys are gonna feel what we felt when he says I'm blacker.
I'm the villain.
Oh, shoot. 11 minutes in is crazy.
No, I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
So hip hop has this weird habit of rewarding nice white guy who kind of raps with the same level of praise people give to artists who actually live inside the culture. And that's where things start to get weird, and honestly it's annoying because hip hop isn't just a sound. It's not just drums and a flow pattern. It's history. Hip hop comes from Black American culture. That's where it comes from. That's what it is. That's where it starts. From the Bronx, from the DJs scratching, from kids who couldn't afford instruments so they turned turntables into instruments, to break dancing. It's connected to jazz, blues,
Lord.
soul, gospel. It was our escape from generational trauma, our escape from poverty, our escape from hardship. And that history matters because when
So I'm talking about, you can't wear this. Hearing all that, you can't wear this. Ain't a jacket. This ain't a fur coat. Nah, bro, this ain't a hat. This ain't a scarf. This ain't a tracksuit. This ain't pants, shirt, shoes. This ain't this ain't nothing that you can put on like clothes. Because you need the requirements. You understand me? You need the requirements to hold it down. You don't got that. And you sitting there trying to say, damn, I went from light to dark. How? There is no tan that you can get that will physically change your hue to be darker than midnight. You are not that guy. Let me just say that, bro. All right? Don't let me get Michael Blackson and let you know how white you is.
somebody pops up talking about I got blacker while barely knowing the roots of the music, because if you knew the roots you wouldn't say no shit like that. It starts to feel like someone cosplaying the culture instead of actually understanding it. I just think it's crazy.
Her brother is the reason why a lot of people are famous, you could argue.
Who's Ray J's sister?
Oh my!
Who's Ray J's
I will never
sister?
forget
Ray
that.
J and Ray J are siblings?
Yes!
I can be the man she needs.
Donnell Jones.
He barely recognized them, which isn't a crime, by the way. It's not. Nobody expects every rapper to pass a music history exam. But if you're about to drop a neo-soul influenced album and talk about diving deeper into the black culture, maybe you should know at least some of the records that built the foundation. Bruh, how you walking around like the whiteout version of Common? They calling him Uncommon. No sense, all that. No sense at all. And you don't even know the R&B classics. You cannot have neo soul without R&B, Jack.
Yup.
That's literally the foundation. So what are we doing? What you doing? Come on, man. What was playing in your house growing up when you had to clean up the house? Ain't nobody waking up on a Sunday.
Let me tell you something about that life, okay? Knowing that you in deep sleep and you having good dreams, you sleeping with your mouth open, no snoring because you young, and then you hear banging, or you just wake up to do 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 do. For the ones that know, you know. For all the Caribbean people out there, but let me tell you something, bro. Dog, waking up like Saturday, Sunday morning, you either hear music, the vacuum, or banging on the door. There's only 3 things you're gonna hear, or yelling, right? But there's only 4 things you're gonna hear that's gonna get you up out of that bed, and the first thing you're gonna do is pick up a vacuum, pick up a mop, pick up something, like do it. But bro, that's culture right there, bro. Even in that experience itself, who do you think be going through it? I'm just asking for a friend. Like we don't got all this for just nothing. Okay, we don't have all of this. We don't have all this for nothing. You understand me? We don't. You can't put this on, bro. You are not him. You are not this. You are not like us.
Hey, morning cleaning the house to rap. Maybe these new motherfuckers, maybe the youth today is crazy. But growing up, no rap in the morning, no rap on cleanup day, no rap on Sundays.
I'm crying.
It's R&B, soul, classics, maybe even some gospel. And if you don't know that,
I'll hold y'all down with this. R&B, classics, rap. Stay with me now. Reggae, dancehall, soca for all the Caribbean people out there, because you know, it's not just in America. You see it. In Canada, same thing. All right. When it comes to America and Canada, Canada is right there, so. All right? Reggae. Reggae is a big one in the morning. All right? Yeah, Bob Marley and people them. Oh, yeah, Supercat. All the reggae classics you hear. You understand? When you wake up and you hear Perez. Big reggae classics y'all remember. Stop. Listen, I'm right there with y'all, bro. I don't know how many more times I got to explain it. We right there with you. But our experience, Caribbean people alone. You see how you season your food heavy when it comes to Caribbean people? Multiply by 2. What you mean?
What are you even studying? How you gonna skip R&B and go straight to neo soul and don't know shit about R&B? The thing is, what people don't understand, and honestly, any non-black person stepping into this space does this. When they try to out black people, they always overdo it. And it comes off cringe as hell every time. Like it's never subtle. It's never neutral. It's always loud, forced, and weird.
Life was too short, but now it's kind of fun.
Let's go too short.
I'm from the Bay Area, California. A lot of us are black, brown. There's a lot of Asians around here, Pacific Islanders, Filipinos, all that.
Let's go, E40.
I tell you right now, any household, maybe it was your friend's house or somebody down the street, we wasn't growing up blasting rap 24/7. That came later as you got older. At home, it was R&B, it was jazz, soul, you know, the oldies. Al Green, Aretha Franklin, Erykah Badu, the Isley Brothers, the Cutlass, the Caddy, slapping classics like Natural High by Bloodstone.
Yes! And I would hate all of it back then. But you see how I'm reacting now. I love it. Back then I hated it all back then. My music was cartoon theme songs and TV show theme songs. That was my music. Back then, I despised all of it. Growing up now, my kids better prepare because I am going to ruin their eardrums. You hear me? I'm going to play everything under the sun.
Or we were slapping that confunction. That's what we're raised on. Hip hop is introduced to you as you get older, hanging with your cousins, your older siblings, going outside. That's when you start tapping into rap for real. Yeah, your parents might have this one rap song they listen to every now and then, maybe an artist they'll listen to. And then you tap into rap, and your parents and your grandparents start telling your ass to turn the shit off. Turn off all that cussing music. We all heard that. So when outsiders come in and try to out-black us by going to the extreme version of what they think blackness is, that's when it gets.
You just bought that hat. That don't even look like you wore it often, bro. Did you fake mother...
Weird, because it shows you that you don't actually understand it. You're just performing it. And that's really what it comes down to. I don't understand why people do this shit. Why try to outdo something you clearly didn't grow up in? Why try to exaggerate something that was never meant to be performed like that? Because here's the difference. For a lot of black households, R&B and gospel were the background music of life. Church on Sunday, family cookouts, your mom's playing.
Man, listen, if you weren't able to go to church, BET on Sunday mornings was going to hold you down with gospel music. All you got to do is just turn the TV on, and they're going to play a medley of gospel songs. And then throw in the occasional infomercial where you can buy either the cassette, the CD, or the VHS tape of either any of like the super churches, one of their tape recordings that they can purchase and they can just play it off of the VCR, or you're gonna buy a CD with some gospel music, a nice medley, a compilation of sweet gospel sounds from the greatest of that era, or you're gonna buy a tape. You're going to buy a tape, same thing, but just tape form. You see what I'm saying? Or you just turn on the TV, go to channel 49, put the volume on maximum, which back then I think it was 63. And then all you got to do is pick up a vacuum, pick up a broom, pick up a sponge, pick up just a rag. You gonna get some soap. You're going to get some cleaning detergent, whatever you need. And you're going to start to get to work for the next 2 hours before you gonna sit down and get some breakfast. You understand me? That's what it was like. Okay, that's what it was. So I don't know what this man think he is, thinking that you know this. You don't know this because you couldn't even name the songs. Fraud.
Playing slow jams while cleaning the house. Those sounds weren't just entertainment, they're cultural memory. So when someone approaches that music purely as an aesthetic, it's gonna feel hollow. And that's the weird dynamic hip-hop has today. Hip-hop has been one of the dominant genres for years, even the leading genre at one point. It's the main sound that everybody listens to. And because of that, the majority of the audience today isn't even black. And that's just reality. Most of them are white. If it's one of the leading genres globally, the average listener is gonna be white. Hip hop went mainstream. Most of the audience isn't black anymore. That's not an insult, that's just statistics. Which means sometimes the artists who benefit the most from hip hop's popularity are the ones furthest removed from the cultural context that created it. And hip hop has seen this story before. Music history is full of moments where black artists created a sound and someone else gets the mainstream credit. Rock and roll, black musicians pioneered it before artists like Elvis Presley became the face of it. Jazz, blues, same story. And hip-hop is constantly trying to avoid repeating that pattern. A lot of people don't understand why some people are so sensitive over hip-hop.
Freedom of jail clips inserted. A baby's being born, same time a man is murdered, the beginning and end.
Unlike the other genres that got whitewashed and stolen, bleeding our legends dry, with white faces being the centerpiece of it, as if they created it. This time we did not allow for anybody to come in and try to take ownership of it. We did not allow history to repeat itself.
Shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on,
Crazy. Look at this garbage.
Yeah, some people come in and use the culture, but we remind them daily who it comes from. We did not allow them to do what they did to Chuck Berry, what they did with the Isley Brothers, what they did with rock and roll, what they did with country. The children of those genres created a voice through music to fight, to stand on something. And that's the very foundation of hip hop. And again, none of this means non-black artists can't participate in hip hop. Some of the most respected figures in the genre weren't black at all. Take Mac Miller. Mac Miller earned respect because he immersed himself in the music. He studied jazz musicians, learned the craft. He wasn't trying to wear the culture like a costume. He was trying to grow inside it. That difference matters. And that's why the whole I got blacker comment rubs so many people the wrong way, because culture isn't something you borrow for an album cycle. It's not something you pick up when it's trendy and put down when the charts change. You can't treat it like fashion. And let's be honest, hip hop has already watched the pattern happen with artists who use the genre as a stepping stone. I mean, Post Malone.
I'm mad that song was good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm mad that song was good. I'm gonna keep it tall, bro. Because just look at the song title by itself. White Iverson. We were never supposed to accept that, but because the song was so good, all of us were harmonizing with the chorus. That was never supposed to be in the attention at all. We were never supposed to like White Iverson. Nigga, not my favorite.
Is your main guy. He built an audience through hip hop, then pivoted to other genres once the fame was secured. Same with Pink. She came in as an R&B artist and would later change that and pivot into punk rock, which is their right. It is their right as an artist, but it also fuels the criticism that hip hop sometimes gets.
But let me go ahead and give it's not pushback that I'm gonna say, but this is why I did the Black History Month episode of the consumer group chat, because a lot of people would never know that to get this, you need to have actual black people working behind the scenes to make this. This was made. This image was made. Let's just make that clear right now. All this right here is made. Anytime you see the choreography, anytime you see them singing with certain tones, anytime you see a certain image, how they're dressed, all that was made. And in the early 2000s, it was easy to tell, but you would never know because we didn't know the industry like that back then. Right? So we already talked about the individuals behind the scenes that helped create a lot of the white pop artists of today. And they're black. You see, this is what happens when you work with intentionality, when you work with intention, when you move with intention. You're going to create a product that is going to be so dominant, you're going to be surprised with how much money that's going to come from it, but not going to be surprised from the work that is put in. That's the amazing part about it, bro. Black people powerful, bro. Look what we can make. Think about that.
It's treated like a launch pad instead of a home. That's why authenticity matters so much in the culture, because hip hop was built on storytelling and identity. Where you come from, where you live, what did your community go through, what's your handle, who your family. So when the identity feels manufactured, when it feels fake, fans are going to notice immediately. And that's why Jackarlow's statement gave you this apple cider vinegar ass taste after saying it, because at this point, who is this music for? The fans who—
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. You look like J. Cole's son that just never grew up around black people. That's literally what you look like. You look like J. Cole's offspring that was raised somewhere around Malibu, that just so happened to have friends in the area. That's what you look like, Jackharlow. You are not like us, period.
Who liked him for pop rap hits might not follow him into the neo-soul territory. And the audience that loves soul music might expect a deeper connection to the genre's roots. So he ends up stuck in this weird middle space. And that's—
The hat don't even match the fit. I'm sorry. Jesus God. Jesus God. Jeez, the hat don't even match the fit, bruh. The hat don't match the fit, bruh. What is this? Whose bright idea was to put that on your head thinking, oh, he gonna look so sophisticated? Take that. Yeah, man, let me stop, man. Let me just stop.
Connection to the genre's roots. So he ends up stuck in this weird middle space. And that's what comes with it. That's the danger of treating culture like an aesthetic experiment. That's what his ass get. Ain't nobody gonna take you seriously now, man. Because authenticity can't be faked. You either feel it in the music or you don't. And the conversation isn't just about one artist. It's about the broader relationship between hip hop and mainstream success. Because the genre is global. It's being global. Yes, in a way it belongs to the world, but its roots are still specific, very specific. It's still cultural, it's still historical, which means artists stepping into the genre have two options. You either gonna treat it like a costume and get called out for wearing a mask, or treat it like a craft. One of those paths earns respect, and the other gets sigged on. We gonna clown you, we gonna drag you. It's just gonna happen that way, man. And honestly, the whole situation should just be a reminder hip-hop doesn't need imitation, it needs originality, because the greatest artists in the genre didn't succeed by copying a vibe. They succeeded by bringing their own story into the culture. So if someone wants to participate in hip hop, cool, man, door is open. Do your thing, man. But the respect for the culture has to come first. Otherwise, you end up looking like someone who studied the aesthetic but skipped the history lesson. That's the fastest way you're gonna get called out every single time. And when you really step back and look at this whole situation, it starts to feel less like a music conversation and more like a horror movie. I see the horror in all this shit. Every time I do one of these pieces, I always think of it like a cool ass horror script. Because what we're really watching play out here is the same pattern that keeps happening over and over again in hip hop. It starts with fascination, and then it pivots into a fetish, a deep attraction to black culture. The sound, the swag, the steez, the confidence, the sauce, the drip, the rhythm, the language. All the things that make the culture feel powerful, expressive, and alive. And that fascination always stops at the surface to the actual reality that produces it. The grind, the discrimination, the history, the weight behind it. Suddenly everybody wants to step back and say, I'm just appreciating the art. And that's where it gets weird as hell. You're weird. Because appreciation will never come with statements like I got blacker. That's not appreciation. That's someone treating a culture like a power up. It's not a power up. Talking like blackness is a vibe you could download and shit. Acting as if you listen to enough R&B, wear the right clothes, and hang around the right rooms long enough, eventually you're gonna unlock a new identity level or some shit. But culture doesn't.
Man, that thing ain't even a turtleneck, but you put it on your damn it. I'm mad. The hat pissed me off, bro.
Work like that. It doesn't. It's not a stat chart. It's not a skill tree. You don't level up into someone else's identity or history. That's weird. Why do they only do that with black people? The whole world only does that with black people. You have never heard anybody else do that with any other race or culture. Just us, Black Americans specifically. And when they say something like, I'm blacker out loud, that's when the mask slips. That's the horror moment, the jump scare. The moment the audience realizes the character studying the culture never actually understood it. They never understood it. They pretended to. They studied how to blend in, and they never cared to understand the wound that created it. They're just reprising their role as the slasher. They're the slasher in the film, the psychopath that they've been playing and recycling for the last 400 years. Or is that one horror story where they find something and they feel like it belongs to them now, and they mess with it, and then they fucked around and found out? You know that guy who nosy as hell finds something powerful in the basement of the house. He studies it. He feeds off of it. He builds his whole identity around it, consumed in it. But he never stops and asks why the thing in the basement even exists in the first place. Because that basement was built on something older, something ancient, something heavier. Something that he accidentally stumbled on and inherited but never had to carry it. And eventually every horror story reaches the same scene, the reveal. The moment where the character says one line, one careless sentence that exposes everything, and he gets knocked off. That's basically what happened here. I got blacker.
I got blacker. I got blacker. I got blacker.
It becomes clear that the culture wasn't something he understood at all. It was something Jack Harlow consumed, something he wore, something he thought he could narrate himself into. And that's the part that always backfires, because hip hop has seen this story time and time again. The many faces. It's watched people walk into the house thinking they discover something new, only to realize the house has been there long before them. and will be here long after them. Jack Harlow didn't get blacker. What he did was accidentally turn the lights on in the room, and when the lights came on, everybody could finally see what was standing there the whole time. A translucent, soggy-ass Wonder Bun. Unseasoned, bland-ass Wonder Bread. The Maliboo-boos. The Maliboo-boos that think they just gonna clip on and ride along with us.
Hey, bro. Sometimes that's how you gotta end it, man. Sometimes that's just you gotta end it that way. I don't like him. I was cool with the music, you know. I had to go and remind myself about one of his songs. Tyler Hero is a song pretty much about the basketball player, but I had to remind myself. I'm like, you know, the song's not bad. Nice little beat to it. What's popping? Yeah, that like the piano on that, the keys on that. You can't hide from that. So that's a tough track as well. But I don't like him. I don't. No. I really don't. At all. Like, I don't care about this kid, bro. You're lame. Point blank period. Lame. This ain't... You out here trying to be somebody you not. You somebody you never was. That's what I'm saying. You're not like us, period. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Deleted for a phenomenal video. Nice 25 minutes, but you know how I do. When I do these reactions, we gonna add some time on it. That's just how it go. But I appreciate the video, bro. You did your thing with this one. So salute to Deleted. Flex Mob, y'all already know. I'll be back live soon. Don't worry. We're just handling some things behind the scenes. It's not like I went anywhere. All right, I'm still right here. But yeah, dope video. I said what I needed to say throughout the video. So at this point, I'm just going to be regurgitating myself. All I got to do is say, yo, listen, I appreciate y'all for stopping by for show. Thank you. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. Make sure I hit that hype button. And shoot, let's see what else we can go. Let's see what else we going to get into. All right, Flex Mob.